Today, we are going to talk about VectorShift, the end-to-end AI automations platform. And their website says they are an integrated framework of no-code, low-code, and out-of-the-box generative AI solutions to build AI search engines, assistants, chatbots, and automations. And these guys are not your average chatbot builders. They have so much more. Like they just mentioned here, AI search engines, assistants, and especially what I really love about this platform is automations, their pipeline feature. Don't get me wrong, there are some incredible chatbot builders out there like VoiceFlow and some great automation tools like Zapier, Make. But what sets these guys apart is they are offering them under one roof, and automating your clients' workflows have never been easier. I will show these integrations once we go into the platform itself, or you can just look at here: Airtable, Cooper, Discord, Gmail, Gdocs, Google Drive, HubSpot, Notion, whatever you want. You will just drag and drop, log into your account, select the trigger, and set up the action. Everything no code. And like I said, the first feature that I really love in VectorShift is their AI powered workflows or their pipeline feature, especially their marketplace. If you go to, once you log into the VectorShift, you can see a marketplace. If you go through some of these examples, document search, Airtable integration, filling template using nodes or sync database, image generators, YouTube summarizers, post generators, SEO. There are a ton of templates available on their website, on their marketplace, and everything is free to use. You can even search by tags, sales chatbots or sales automations that you could find, customer support, or whether it's recruiting, image, voice, chat, or whatnot. Even when you start creating these pipelines for yourself, you can see the templates sorted by the app itself. You can see the Gmail templates available, or you can look at the Discord templates that are available, or the Slack templates that are available. Some of these templates are so good that you can just use them as a final product. You just need to switch out these accounts with your client account and you're done. They are that good. I do hope you check them out. And in terms of simplicity, I meant they are both no code and there is a code SDK as well. So whether you have a dev or if you are someone with no developer background, no technical background, you can still use VectorShift. To show you the difference between a tool like Zapier and VectorShift, I prepared this slide. As you can see, this is a flow that we did previously, few months ago, for one of our clients, where whenever he receives an email from Gmail, we are using Zapier to take that message and summarize it and send a Slack message in the channel. We are automating the customer service emails that they are receiving and summarizing them and posting on Slack, tagging the respective person to take care of that issue. But we didn't have a knowledge base. We didn't have a way to effectively respond to that email because ChatGPT didn't have that custom knowledge base available at that point. Now, what we can do with this vector shift is we can not only send message for every email that we receive in Slack, we can now effectively respond to that email, prepare a draft in our Gmail for every customer service message that we receive using our own knowledge base. That is possible. And that is why I said it's more advanced and powerful than tools like Zapier and Make, and relatively easier to use. Once you will see that once we go into the tutorials, how easy it is to add your accounts and log in and set up the triggers and actions. Now, the second feature that I love about VectorShift is their reusable vector stores. If you look at tools like VoiceFlow, for every chatbot that you create, you have to upload your knowledge base, upload your documents, add your URLs or sitemap or whatnot. But what happens is, if you want to create another chatbot, an internal chatbot for the same client, you will have to upload all of that documents again. But with VectorShift, what I have seen is, in their storage, you can create a custom knowledge base. For example, give it a name and description. And once you're in, you will see, you will add any type of document that you want, whether it's a file, integration, URL, recursive URL, Wikipedia, YouTube, Git, some papers, research papers that you want to add. You can add entire Notion databases, entire Slack channels, Google Drives, OneDrives, and all of these are reusable. You can use them in any project that you want. All you need to do is refer the knowledge base. And for example, I will show you a pipeline that I'm working on. If you look at the knowledge base reader, you can select any knowledge base that we have under the storage tab. Imagine that you are building a client, multiple automations, a Gmail autoresponder, or a LinkedIn post generator, or a type form to Slack. Whenever user submits a type form, a Google form, you will send a message on Slack. So all of these use cases need a custom knowledge base, and adding it every time for every chatbot, for every workflow automation is a lot of work. Now with VectorShift, you can reuse those stores. All you need to do is upload it once, set it up once, and use it whenever you want. And I thought it's really cool, and it has a live sync feature as well. Let's say you have your vector store in an Airtable or a Notion document that is being constantly updated, an AI persona chatbot with the coach continuously adding new stuff every day, adding to the course material every day. You cannot have a dev going in manually uploading every doc every day. That's too much work. Or a customer service chatbot where the tickets are being updated regularly, new information is being added. You cannot go in, have a person or a VA. That's still a lot of work, updating that knowledge base constantly. But if you have a URL with the live sync feature, all you need to do is update your doc, and it will be shown. And we can even set up an automation for that. Every customer service ticket, once it's answered, will be added to the knowledge base. We can set an automation. And chatbot with pipeline integration, what do I mean by that? For example, if we look at this chatbot, you will see more in the demo. But for now, bear with me. Input node, output node. We can use a pipeline as a node. Every pipeline or every automation, workflow automation that you create can be used within a chatbot as a node. So the possibilities are endless. You can add any number of automations to your chatbot. And integration, we already looked at integrations. They're wide range. Now that they added the Zapier node and Make node, it's all of these tools multiplied by 5,000. So there are a lot of integrations, as you can see. And easy export, when I say export, you can deploy this chatbot, deploy this either as a chatbot or an automation to a website, WhatsApp, Tulio, SMS, wherever you want. It's really easy, and every step is provided in their tutorials and their documentations. So where can you find more information about this? The first thing I would suggest, you go to their docs. They have some excellent documentation, every and any aspect that they have, every feature, any feature, whether that's API or their chatbots, agents, transformations, integrations, everything is listed in their docs. And they also have tutorials with a lot of use cases: generative AI chatbot with no code, a WhatsApp chatbot, building and deploying. So Google Drive, searching through Google Drive, automatically responding to emails, the use case that we talked about, AI business research assistant. Most of these use cases are some of the chatbots or some of the workflow automations that clients are actively looking for. So you can make use of these tremendously. All of these tutorials come with a pipeline that you can use and build upon in your workflows, in your project. You just need to clone the template and use it for yourself. You can also look at their YouTube channel, VectorShift, at VectorShift AI, and they basically covered every feature that they have, every node that they have. Some of these videos are a bit old, but they are continually improving, continually adding new features and new integrations and new tools. But this is a good starting point for you to learn what each node means. If you still have any questions, you can join their Discord for any additional help. The co-founders, the entire team is really helpful. They get back to you really fast. If we look in terms of pricing, their starter plan is free, but it only allows you to make one pipeline and 1000 non-AI actions per month, as you can see, and one knowledge base. But their premium plan, which is $20, allows you to create 5 pipelines and 5 knowledge bases, 1000 vector stores, 5 integrations, 5 automations. You can definitely try out with free. Their premium pro plans are really good for an agency. There is organization pricing as well. If you want something custom, I think you need to talk with them. I will provide all of these links in the description down below. And finally, we have a demo, a customer service chatbot for my AI agency. Let's dive. You can hit get started to create your account. Since I already have my account, I will just log in. And this is what you would see on your dashboard when you first log in. We already talked about the marketplace, storage, and automations is something where you can create app specific automations. For example, Gmail. You can sign in with your Gmail account, and for every new event, that is new email, you can create an automation. And same with Slack or Notion, you can connect and have a new message or new channel events. You can respond to those events. And for Notion, you can respond to new database item, updated database item. So as you can see, it is a lot easier and advanced than what you see with the regular automation platforms like Zapier and Make. And they're continually adding new stuff to these automations as well. Chatbots is something, any chatbot that you create will be shown here. And evaluations, transformation, the video would just be too long if we cover all these use cases. For now, let me just focus on creating a new chatbot. If you are interested to learn more about the workflow automations, the evaluations, transformations, and how you can use those in your projects, comment down below. I will definitely do a follow-up video with a longer tutorial if enough of the people are interested. So let me create a pipeline from scratch. We'll be creating a customer service chatbot, which has some basic lead capturing capabilities for my AI agency. Let us start with an input node and an output node. So this is basic for any chatbot or any pipeline automation for that matter. We have an input and we will have an output. So since we are using a custom knowledge base, let us get a knowledge base node, which is a knowledge base reader. We already covered knowledge base in the earlier part of the video. I will just select my agency documentation where I added the sitemap of my website as the knowledge base. For input, let's change it to the field name to question. Since this chatbot has some lead capturing capabilities, let us import a data collector. For this data collector, we will be collecting our emails. We will have email description as email of the user, example name at domain.com. Since we need a memory of previous chats that customer had or the visitor of the website had, let's have a memory block as well. In the settings, we can set any token window that we want. So let's say 4000 for this particular chat window. Now it's time for the LLM. For this example, let's use OpenAI GPT-4 probably. Let's use GPT-4 Turbo. And for the system prompt, I have prepared something. So for the prompt, we will follow this format. For question, we have double braces, question, and that will be transformed to this. We can connect the question field, the question here. We have the context, which is our knowledge base context. We have the email, and finally we have the conversation history. We will connect the respective fields and context here. Okay, now that everything is connected and the response is, I've actually updated the prompt a little bit, a system prompt, because it was too confusing earlier. Please answer the question based on the context, and if you are unable to answer the question based on context, respond I am unable to answer. And make sure you connect all the question to question, the context to context, email to email, and history to history. And you also need to connect the question with the knowledge base and the data collector as well. Once you have everything, we can go ahead and run this as a pipeline or a chatbot. Let's say hi and see if we can. That's nice. Bot did not get the email, so it's asking for one. Money at test. Nice. How can I help? Let's say what services do you offer? Nice. Grey Matter AI offers. See how I said you, and it automatically knows that we are talking about Grey Matter AI. Let's say how do I get in touch? Nice. Giving me phone numbers and email address. That's great. We can definitely tweak a little bit to get a better response, especially how can I help in the end kind of gets annoying, and there is a lot of tweaking can be done. Max tokens, temperature, top P, and different LLMs as well. Whichever you'd like to use, you can use them as well. Again, this is a basic tutorial. If you'd like to see more automations included, more pipeline features, just let me know in the comments down below. Let's deploy this as a chatbot. For name, we are calling it Grey Matter, and for description, customer service bot. Okay, save, deploy as a chatbot. Give your chatbot a name. Let's call it Alexa. Alexa and Grey Matter's virtual receptionist. Save. Functionality. There is functionality settings. display name. So I made a few other changes. I went in and changed the name from chatbot to AI agent, user to you, and added some welcome messages and error messages. And instead of keeping the chat open on the website, it's easier if it's a bubble. That way it looks good. Allow stop generation, allow to clear chat. I turned off powered by VectorShift. And for icon URL, you can, like I said, you can add your own logo instead of this chat icon. And once we save it, now we can go ahead and export the chatbot. You can share the link to the chatbot if you are already working with a client and they want to test it for themselves. You can do so by sharing this link. And you can embed this on your website as well by copying this embed code, and you can paste it in on your Wix site, Squarespace, Framer, Webflow, WordPress, or whatnot. And there are other ways to deploy your chatbot as well. WhatsApp, SMS using Twilio API, or your Slack channel as well. Let me quickly show you a pipeline example as well. This is something I really enjoyed. This was VectorShift's co-founder, Albert, making no-code AI builder respond to your emails using AI. If you look at this flow right here, the input is the email address. The input is body of the email. And we are using that and using VectorShift documentation as the knowledge base, and we are preparing a response. Your job is to generate an email response to the request based on context. We have the request coming in. The trigger is each email that we receive. So the request here is the body of the email. This is the customer service request that we get. Every email that is sent to that email address will be the request. And for the email address, since we're responding, this email address will be the sender's email address. And the context is our entire knowledge base, our previous customer service transcripts, and we have all that context to respond to this request. And finally, in the output block, the subject is, we can always do a fixed subject saying VectorShift customer service response, and the recipients would be the sender from the email address that we just received, and the body is the response that is being generated by using the request and context. So this is really handy and one of the really good use cases that I found for VectorShift. So if you want to learn other use cases, do check out their tutorials, do check out their YouTube channel. And if you want me to do similar automations using VectorShift, don't forget to comment down below. I'll see you in the next one.